work cut out keeping them in line.
Not all of the nobles made it out alive. Cook and his men had their fun with more than
Hope everyone is doing well.
none of the Empress's favorites, though.
Adverts are nearly over. YouTube, you'll be hearing this before anyone on Twitch. Hi, YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Man. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adverts are over. Yay! Okay, sweet. So we're back to Fantasy 16. We're probably going to be doing a lot of hunts at the start. I'm going to have to Google where they are because I'm rubbish at finding them. And then we'll continue the story because I don't want to be too far back on my hunts. Thank you. We're gonna get my ass kicked a little bit because we need to do these. Have you been playing Fantasy 16? Okay. They're all near Rosaria. Don't even have access to that area. Probably. But yeah, I just got my 5th icon last night. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're ahead of me then. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've only got 4. Okay. Nice. Where were we going? We were going to... Damn it. Okay. So there's hunts around this area. There's no hunts. Okay, so somewhere around here will be hunts. Some location. I just got Titan on the last stream. So. And I haven't played for a couple of days, so I'm going to also have to get used to the controls again. Because I went back to playing Fantasy 14 last night and I forgot controls in that game. I killed our tank a few times by accident because we were doing Savage. I'm like, I can just dodge, right? No, I can't. I maybe should have looked on the map where the hunts are rather than just warping here. How are you finding the game so far? You need help finding one? I can point you in the right direction. Not many of them are too hard though. Okay. Let me just switch controls. Nice.
Run like the wind.
I'll admit I did get my ass kicked, but so far the only hunt that's kicked my ass is the first one. The first one really kicked my butt. The Araham. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with that fight. And then the other two weren't too bad. Won't give any spoilers into my inventory. Okay. Thank you. I know how frustrating that can be, so thank you. Like, I've gone into a few streams where I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I'm like, that's so good. You don't want to say anything, and you don't want to you don't want to suggest it either, because that also spoils it. A-ranks restaurants can be brutal if you aren't using the timely rings. I am not using the timely rings. My current setup is the XP items. Still. I'm using Kate Sif's Charm, Scholar Spectacles, and the Breath of Fire because I really like the Flames of Rebirth. Oh man, I love the part. Yeah, this part is my favorite. Well, some of it I love, but I also... It's not... The word love is probably the wrong word. Like, was shocked to see. Like that side quest with the... Oh, the poor girl.
You deserve a rest.
You know, the one where that she's like, oh, I lost my pet. And you're like, oh, okay, I'll go help you find your pet. And then you find out, oh, God. I am the Titan now. Yeah. I gotta remember to hold that. I keep forgetting there's a hold button. I'm still sad about Sid as well, because I loved Sid. Sid was my favorite character. There is one simple complaint I have, though. It's not a big one. But that's my complaint, though. Is the fact that in cuts... Because I have subtitles on. I do wish that they would have Sid's name appear during the subtitles when people were calling me Sid, rather than it saying Clive. Not a huge deal. Like, I can put up with it, but that would be something that I would... If I had a quality of life change, that'd be one of the quality of life changes I would do. Would be that when people are talking to Clive as Sid, it should pop up as Sid. Yeah, it can, but it pops up as Clive. When Clive is talking, it pops up as Clive. It's not a big deal. I don't care that much, but that's how little I've had an issue with the game. Like, if that's something I can complain about, then really, it's a great game. If I have to nitpick that much. Like, I wish whenever people are talking to Clive and Clive is responding as Sid. Yeah, it still says Clive. Again, it doesn't matter that much, but just for immersion reasons, I would have liked if it would switch to Sid. But as I'm saying, if that's something if that is one thing I can complain about, there's not much I can complain about. Oh, and I guess I was right about Torgal. We don't know yet, but I guess that he'd be Fenrir. And I think he's Fenrir. I don't know if exactly, but it feels like it. After that after that fight we just had. He is a Beyblade. Finally.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Finally, Beyblades. He's also a best boy. Give me your loot. Joy 6 skill. I don't know why I care so much about loot. I kind of just want to continue with the story, actually, so I may do hunts. And we may wait and leave, because it's only an extra hunt, so what we might do is wait and leave them to stack up a little bit. And just continue with the story, because I don't think we've got any side quests we can do, right? There might be... We'll go talk to the guy at the thing. Because there's a guy that will tell us if there's any side quests, right? Toggle minion, toggle mount, toggle hearing. I want Clive's outfit. Imagine my Lalafell running around with this outfit. It'd be so cool. Also, make sure that it's not gender locked as well, because that way everyone deserves to look cool like Clive.
Not all of the nobles made it out alive.
And also make sure Jill's outfit is added to the game and is also not gender locked.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts. Come again. I may have more for you.
Hey, not Titus.
Quick look.
Okay.
Always something in there.
He looks a bit like HD Titus to me. Yeah.
Jill looked white as a sheet when he
We should talk to the Lore Master, because I haven't talked to him for ages. Just so that we can give him books and stuff. Because you need to level him up for a trophy, right?
says he's looking for books about Torgal. I know.
My knowledge is yours.
Here you go. Here's stuff.
New notes that might interest you. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Kind of an extra alteration.
You wish to study the tomes?
Oh, there we go. I noticed there was something weird with Torgal because of his he has a pattern on his fur. Yeah, failed your ancestors. Have you noticed he has like a little pattern on his fur? Like he's marked. Yes, the Sharingan tomes on the fur. Or something, I don't know. That's just the thing I think of when I think of that pattern. Is Sasuke from the Naruto's. Hey Otto, it's me, your boy.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Hey?
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him.
Oh, he didn't die, did he?
Feeding on scraps.
Someone saved him.
We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time. Right. Let me know when you find something.
Anti-flashbang same for cutscenes. They are pretty bright.
All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Ah. Hello?
Sid,
Hey, it's Mid.
when did you get back?
That's Sid's daughter, right?
Just now.
And she was in the previous game as well, right? I think. I can't remember which one.
Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria, all the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win. How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here.
The only Mid thing is about this game is Mid.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
Okay.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now
Okay.
there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I guess.
Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
I wonder what she's here for.
Otto,
Ah.
you got my gill. Huh? What are you on about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
For bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
No worries. Thank you so much for the lurk. Have a lovely day, okay?
Storeroom, was it?
Hope the call goes well.
I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Thank you for the support as always.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Hey, Mid.
You took your time.
Okay.
Easy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Okay.
You've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering.
Okay.
Told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me,
Okay.
that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause.
Magitex. Please,
But
I
I
want.
want no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well,
Okay.
Well, if Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
Sweet.
Who else?
Side quests.
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff
Okay.
I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Okay.
Anything?
For now, I'll let you know if I need out else.
Okay.
Start. Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Chop off Cooker's head this time.
Ah, so that's what that's going to be. Okay. Ah, my weakness. Maps. I'm so bad. Can I just go this way? I can. Oh, what are you? The infirmary. Finally, I found you. Okay. At least the NPCs are both together, so that's not an issue.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Ah, get out of the way. Sharon!
Was
What's up?
wondering where you'd got to.
I mean, I had to go.
Come with her. Have you seen her?
Yeah, she wants me to buy stuff for you.
She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and
Okay.
ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
How much is it? How broke am I going to be?
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent.
Okay.
As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us.
Okay.
If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when
Oh,
it
okay.
comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, science.
You busy?
What does it look like?
Yes.
I have a commission for you from Mid. She requires certain tools.
Here you go. Please make me some stuff.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. Was she
Hey?
planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see
Maybe.
what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Bardock? Finally. My favorite character from Dragon Ball. Get to talk to Bardock.
It's all right. See, there's nothing.
I forgot we could even go down here, if I'm honest. I forgot this was a place that existed. The hideaway is huge.
Do with a good oiling.
Hey, Bardock.
Should be enough. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can.
Okay.
But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch 'em, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly
Okay.
spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is I ain't got none.
I see.
Okay.
Don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other feller? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right.
Yeah.
And he is a friend of the cause.
Well, for now anyway, until...
If she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
We say that, but... with everyone backstabbing each other, who knows? Oh, it's so warm today. Sorry, I'm going to have to put the fan back on. Not super warm, but I hate it.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter.
Yeah, we need
I
help,
wondered if
please.
I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
Yeah.
I'll look for him there then.
Near the ruins. Okay. I guess it makes sense why we can't use the chocobo in villages, but it'd be nice if we could. But the villages aren't that big anyway, so it's not a huge deal. The villages are pretty as well. Well, I say pretty. Pretty is probably the wrong word. They're nice to visit. They are pretty in their unique way. Come on, Brosia.
Good girl.
God, this game is just amazing. I bet some journalists don't even have the chocobo unlocked. Bet they're like, oh my god, it takes forever to walk everywhere, but it's not open world, but it's so big. If only I had some sort of mount. I bet that's what some of them are like. There's a side quest if I'm ready to get the chocobo.
You deserve a rest.
Good girl. Hey, it's me.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
Well, I need some help.
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, I do.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if
Okay.
Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
Okay, what's up?
Ask a favor, though, could I?
No, sure.
Before we go?
Ask away.
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though.
I swear some of these were old names of Final Fantasy games.
But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
Of course it is. It's always fiends.
But you're a
What's up?
dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could...
Yeah, I got slaughter them.
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Okay. Slay the creatures. Will do.
This shouldn't take long.
Go, Phoenix Flames! Thanks, boy. New enemies appeared. Good. More blood for the blood god. Oh! Punch! Oh. Okay. Come on. Damn it. Good boy. That's such a good move for breaking. Oh, nice. Actually did it. Ah, yes. Fun. Nice. Need to get better at that block. Now let's finish this! Titan, go! Okay, I was hoping I would kill you. That would have been cool. Oh well, I still win. Oh, did we level up? Nice. I have so many of those guild bugs.
You made short work of that lot.
I don't know, it was pretty difficult.
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
No problem.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Hey, it's the VV Scarecrow that someone showed me.
And their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care
Okay.
of its little list.
Yay, there's loot over here. What's this?
Anything else?
What's this loot? Oh, you're actually over here. Nice. You're paying respect. Yeah, let me come pay respect with you. Aw.
I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long, but I got some news for you.
Aw.
I'm to be wed.
He came over here to tell his mum and dad that he's going to get married. That's lovely. Little things like that make this world so lovely. Even in everything that's going on right now, you can see that there's still love shown, even when everything is dark. Oh, loot! I'ma steal your loot though. What's in the? Oh, there we go. I'm like, ah, it's so lovely. I'ma steal your stuff now. Ooh, ooh. 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 More stuff to steal? I mean, obtain? Well, this doesn't look like a boss fight area or anything. What's over here? What could possibly happen here? Man, I wonder what could possibly happen in this big open area. Probably haven't unlocked it yet, but this is probably a hunt location, I'm guessing. In this big open area for some reason. Okay. Let's go back to mid, I guess. And see how she's doing.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Okay. Hey, Mid.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
Nice.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Oh, reputation.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
After we've done side quests. It may be skipping hunts because I'm rubbish at them, but side quests we will not skip. Hey, it's the infirmary that we found earlier. Oh, never mind.
Clive,
Damn it! Story. I meant to do side quest.
recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
Okay.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor.
Okay.
Must have found something.
I love Gav. Yeah, there's a quest in here as well. Okay, so I wasn't going the I wasn't going the wrong way. What's up?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has
Yeah?
tasked me with removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it.
Believe in yourself.
What happens if I fail? You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
Yes.
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden.
Yeah.
And we must lift that burden in order to go undetected.
Why have you just used a lot of makeup?
It may be dangerous, but it's also essential. And we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry.
What do you need help with?
It must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing
Okay.
that he's doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something
Okay.
I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Yes, you are a month away from going to... Oh, you're going to Panther. Enjoy. I'm sad that this is the first FanFest in the wild where I haven't been able to go.
Just tell me what you
Well,
need.
American one, should we say.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia.
Enjoy.
Easing pain. It's simple enough to find if you know where to look. And fortunately for you,
It happens.
along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
I kind of knew I wasn't going when I was told that there was no press passes this year. So as soon as I found that out, and then when everyone else I knew wasn't able to get, a lot of people I knew that wasn't able to get tickets,
Yeah. What's everyone whispering?
I kind of, yeah, it sucks there's no press this year.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team
curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles.
Okay.
They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled.
I will be going to EU though. This is the first time I've been to EU since 2014, so that'll be interesting.
Goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago.
But no, seriously, have fun.
They should be back by now.
FanFest, is this your first time to go to FanFest?
I can't help but worry that
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed?
Oh, nice. Well, enjoy. It's fun. Trust me.
Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Yeah, as much as people want it to be bigger than it is, there is still a limit on how much staff they can hire for one game. And what you can do for one game.
Trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were
Make sure you do the trial roulette. That's all I recommend. I recommend if you do anything at FanFest, make sure you do the trial roulettes. Because they're a lot of fun. So.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay.
You earned this.
Damn right I did.
Come again.
Okay.
I may have more for you.
Well, I know we got story, but we also have side quests, and side quests are more important because side quests. Need all of that sweet, sweet XP. No, far away. It doesn't say no backseating. As long as it's really reasonable, like, you know, did you try the Berserker ring? I forgot I even had it. Thank you for reminding me. Temporary increased activity with each position charge. That's really good. I like the reduced flame. So I really like that Flames of Rebirth because it does a lot of damage and heals. Mini LB every dodge. Yeah, but the AoE and healing. We'll try it. And I still have these because I'm a whore when it comes to XP and gil. This is probably what's limiting me because I could change this if I wanted. I probably don't need the gil anymore, actually, to be honest. I'm okay for gil. And then we'll have that. Oh, I was gonna say I wish there was a sort button, but there is a sort button. It's square. You have 250k gil yourself. I have about 100k, I think. I use a lot for I used a lot of the start for potions because I'm bad. I'm not good at this game. Yeah, orchestration rolls are expensive. They may have to wait until New Game Plus. I am using the timely rings on New Game Plus though. I don't care. I don't really want to play through hard mode because I'm not a big fan of like really hard. Like I'll play them, but it's not my type of game. So when I have to go through Final Fantasy mode, I'm probably going to use the timely accessories just so that I can get the trophy.
glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind.
Because you need to be on Final Fantasy to get platinum.
She hasn't heard anything since the
Nice.
attack. She's been worried about you.
Probably.
I sent a runner to the dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned.
I'm keeping the XP item on though.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Yeah.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins.
I need to shake up my drink.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the
Need to buy more of that energy drink stuff because I'm out.
All right. Just follow the path to the south.
Nice.
You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastman gets those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
I know the cap in this playthrough is 50, right?
Don't thank me just yet.
I think it's 50.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those bastards' heads off.
Stay still, you damn.
2 gil. Okay. Yeah, Torgal has a pattern on him. That's why I've always found it suspicious. Never mind. We'll look at your pattern later, Torgal. But now... Yeah. I think it slowed down after 20, if I'm honest. Like, not super slow, but it definitely... Oh, wow, that's a lot of XP. No, 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 Titans! Damn it! $12,000. Not bad. Damn it! Oh, we parried that. Let's heal up. Good boy, Torgal. Enemy slain. Well, 82,000 gil. I just bought a load of elixirs as well. Maybe. Limit break heals you a lot as well, which is nice.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others?
Yeah.
If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
They didn't care.
We run. One miserable death's no worse than another.
Yeah, like I said, they gave up.
But we're here to give you another choice.
You want to live.
Sid,
Ah.
I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man
Alright.
risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to... I'm going to take you home.
Now,
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Yay, we saved them. Okay. I like the fact that dialogue also changes after you've done quests. Like, I did the side quest where I had to go get cloth for this lady to make clothes for the kids. And then after doing the quest, the kids were like, oh my god, I got these new clothes. I'm like, that's cool. I like little things like that.
It was easy enough to find.
Oh, hi.
For those herbs.
Precision dodge! Oh, that's so cool. I love you, Titan. Come to me, B! Stupid B. Yay, flowers!
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers.
Yeah. They're very pretty. They're like lavenders, right?
Should be enough to keep the
Okay.
infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this'll put one.
Like, I'm enjoying the side quests because they're all very well building. Like, it's nice.
The Litlins have been up to their old
Like, we know now why they've got more. Like, thanks to us, they've got more healing stuff and stuff, and why there'll be more people in the hideout.
A stolus from the dame arrived
Okay.
not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself.
Yeah, it happens. Don't worry.
I keep making the wrong decisions.
Hey, eventually you'll make the right decision.
Safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months.
Look, luck's a skill too.
After them, woefully unprepared. What
Yeah, it's fine.
sends people into danger without considering all the risks?
You and most of us.
Caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
Yeah.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole,
Yeah. They wouldn't do it if they didn't want to. That's the whole point of this place.
your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me.
I'm sure you've earned it. No, I don't believe that.
If I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Ooh. Also, I have so much AP because I don't know what to spend it on. Like, I am very bad at deciding what abilities are good because of how limited abilities you can have. Because you can only have 2 abilities at the same time. I'm like, oh, I could learn that, but then, I have 1,878, mainly because I learned Titan's ability recently. There's also a trophy for doing all 3 Garuda abilities. I don't know how you do that. If you master an ability, you can use it on any icon. Oh, thank you, Dorflux. I was wondering how. Because I saw Mione use an ability on a different icon. I didn't know. Thank you. I didn't know that. Okay. That's interesting. That makes it worthwhile mastering then. Thank you. It's going to be a while before I master anything. Unless I just... Nah, because then there's no point in. Anyway. Thank you for that. I didn't know that.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
That's all, Marie. So that's how you do it then. Okay. Because I was like, how do you have 3 abilities? You have to like pause in midair to change abilities.
Oh, yes.
That wouldn't be fun at all.
And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing.
Probably don't overdose them.
That is unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you.
But please don't overdose them.
Skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified.
I mean, you're doing surgery. Of course you're terrified.
Just ink on flesh. It's
okay.
A death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision. A single slip. And the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death. And even success means tremendous pain.
Yeah.
Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them.
Hey, Chaos.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim.
I mean, they get the glory of the fact that they healed.
Why do you think that is?
Conviction.
I mean, it's been darker than even I thought it was going to be, and I knew it was going to be dark, so that's a big surprise for me. Like, some of it is crazy sad. And then there's moments of joy that are also really good. So, the combat is amazing, but that's not a surprise.
Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya.
I should really listen to what they're saying rather than talking over them. Sorry.
It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude.
Oh, I know that feeling.
It's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that.
No problem.
I won't.
And thank you for the XP and Gil and reputation. Oh yeah, I know they said there's reputation, but I didn't think there was. I forgot that was a thing. So that was a surprise. I don't know why it was a surprise, but it was. Okay, so that should unlearn abilities that I don't use. Well, I don't use Wicked Will. I don't think I've learned that. Or have I? Can I just reset one ability? I do have to reset everything. Recommend what? I wonder what it recommends. No, I don't require. Each ability individually. You can't learn the 2 basic abilities of each icon. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, I don't use you. I use you, but I might actually get rid of you and you learn that, use that instead, because I find Wicked Will's probably better. I don't use you. And I use you because you're sexy as hell. Okay. And I might use you now that... Okay. But what I want is I want to upgrade this. There we go. So instead of you, we'll have Wicked Will. Instead of you, we will have Raging Fists! Okay, that way we've got one big ultimate, well, one big AoE and one single target. Except for that, which is just defensive. Except, yeah, I have this and this, which I'm both using. Oh. Thank you. Well, we'll keep them for now.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
In gear. We've got that. Let's get rid of this for now. We don't need the XP anymore. We're pretty high level. Oh god, there's so many things. Okay. Yes. That's good. Okay, because that's the defensive ability.
And how may I assist you today?
View Mr. Happy's podcast.
Here's the latest information I have.
Oh god, so much stuff.
Here you are.
Yes.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
And it's a podcast that you should listen to on Spotify and also on Twitch. Go check out State of the Realm by Mr. Happy and Sly, aka Guru Fox.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Oh, Blacksmith has new stuff. You have new stuff. What are you ripping me off with? I mean, what are you selling? That's slightly worse than what I've got. Yes.
It'd better all be here.
Yes.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better
Yes.
all be here.
And then what you selling?
What do you need? So, what it be?
Ooh. Hello. The grindstone.
No scratches, right?
I mean, sure. I wish I could make that, but I need an electrum, which is from a hunt. I don't know where I can get that. That's also... Oh, okay, I got 2. That's also from a hunt.
Should last you a good while.
Guess we'll just upgrade these for now.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Hey, upgrades. And we got a new sword.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from
Okay, I kind of want to do these hunts, so we're gonna... I might Google them. I am very bad at this. I'm not good at finding stuff. Okay. FF16. Okay. Looks like it's to the north of here. Thank you. Martha's Rest. Okay. Let's go get our butts kicked. Yeah, you're right. Let's do this that way. Okay. Thank you, Marcus System.
But the Empire have dragoons.
I love any game that has markers, especially custom markers. Because there is no mini-map. Hey, Ambrosia. How you doing, girl? Let's go. Let's go get my ass kicked.
Run like the wind.
Oh, there you are. Hi. Go, go. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Secret. Do-do. Oh, God. He's 31. Okay. Thank you for believing in me. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, parried that! I meant to do that! That was an RNG! Come on. K damage, that's pretty good. Damn it! No more! That hurts! To me, Titan! Go, Torgo! Oh my god, look at that parry in your bum! Parry in your bum! Man! Ah! Ah! Woo! We did it! Good job, Torgal. Good job, Torgal. We did it. And I only used one potion. Pretty good for me. Okay, now I want to go. I've got other hunts here, right? I've got 2 more. I think Severian is one, right? Are they all near? They're all near Martha's. Why are they all murdering Martha's Rest? This one's over here, it sounds like. Thank you for believing in me. Hopefully I did okay. Okay.
How do?
I also was told don't sell anything. That's the only thing that I've been spoiled.
There you go.
Because there's a weapon that you can get later on in the game that needs old items. And I was told don't sell anything because there's certain items that you need to have to make it. And as a hoarder, I was probably going to do this anyway. But still. I mean, I'm such a hoarder that I haven't even sold what you call it. Even though I probably can. I've got 13 gill bugs. We should pop this. There we go. I will say that's one thing I found this game is lacking that is in other games. There's no inns. There's no like inns to resting to like you used to pay 200 gil or whatever, and then you'd be like, no, that's Pokemon. But you know what I mean. Not the do. No, that's the Pokemon Center theme, not an inn. I didn't think about it until recently. I'm like, there's been no inns to just rest in and get health and mana back. I know there's no MP system, but... Oh, God. So you're a range type? Okay. Oh, okay, never mind, you got a sword. Hey. Ow, ow. Oh, nice. Why is it? I'm having more trouble with this one than the last one. That's for certain. I thought it was gonna go easy, but no. Okay. Let's burn! got some briar clamshells. Good boy. Ow! Ah! Ah! That's the sword laser. Ah! That sword laser got me.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here.
Let's try this again.
It'll take ages to tidy all this stuff up.
Come on, go.
It's us or them.
Oh, I parried that this time. Nice. Burn! Nice. 20k damage. Do 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 do. In, out, murder all about. Oh, I'm under your legs. me! Not this time! Me, Titan! Ah! Ah! Oh, Electrum, that's what we needed, right?
From the ruins it came, and to ruin it returns.
We needed that to build the thing that we had needed. Took 2 attempts, but I think I did a lot better on my second attempt. Well, I died on the first attempt, but I feel like I did a lot better on the second attempt.
Back, are ya? So, will it be?
Yay!
Did last you a good while. Anything else?
You say that. Nice. Now we need the other item to get the... to get the other piece. No, I think there's one more hunt that I haven't done.
The Litlins have been up to their old tricks again.
Hey, Moogle. And this one's an A rank, so joy. Let's go. Go fight an A rank, I guess. If I even can. Ah, okay. Okay. Yes, I'm using a guide for the hunts because I am bad. Anyone who knows me knows that I am not good with finding anything at all. I am bad with directions. I am bad with... So, trust me. You don't want the stream of me trying to find these by myself because it would just be... They would have a 6-hour stream and it would just be me trying to find the one hunt that's right next to me.
Come on. Run like the wind.
I will probably be looking right at it and I'll be like, what's that? And then walk away. And consider the fact that this is an A rank and a flan, I'm not expecting the easiest of fights. Hey? Hey, it's a Mortimer. Oh, aren't you adorable? Oh God! It's higher level than I am. I can't use the fact that I'm higher level to my advantage. Oh my god, that parry! Come on, break it! Okay, good. Come on! You might be stronger than me! Faster than me! Better than me! Cuter than me! Better... Just... Oh god, you're cast! Oh god, it does so much damage when I get hit. And I know your response is don't get hit. And that's a good response. Thank you, Will-o'-the-Wisps. You just saved my ass. Oh God! Ow! Come on! Break, damn you! Yes! Hey, come on, boy. Let's do this. Not this time! Come on, Torgal, we've got this! Come to me, Phoenix! Oh! Oh! 5,000 XP. 12,000. Oh! Oh, we did it.
Well, it's dead now. Whatever it was.
We did it, Torgal. We beat the A rank. Oh, and it was so much stronger than I am.
The Litlins have been up to their old tricks again.
But that's all the hunt's done, I think, right?
Jill looked white as a sheet when it
Well, not all of them, but all of them done I have unlocked.
What do you need? Sancthornian, do you?
Okay. I still need the Scarlet. I guess that's from a different hunt later on. Maybe.
It's all right.
Let's keep going, I guess, with the story.
Clive, where have you been?
I went to go kill enemies.
About Torgal. Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
I called it!
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Oh my.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Oh. Oh, it's homely.
Isn't it brilliant?
It's pretty cool.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot.
Oh, right, it's fine. You have this a lot already. Hell, giving us drinkable water is more than enough.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wonder what this is for then.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
No problem.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest.
And work in earnest we shall.
And on that note, you are watching this on YouTube. And I hope you enjoyed this part. We didn't progress much in the story, but I did say that there'll be some parts coming up soon where we won't be doing much story. What did we do? We did learn that Fenrir is a thing, so yay. Remember, if you are enjoying this video on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Write a comment. I know that technically we haven't had anyone watching the